Hello friends, let us discuss one more logical problem today. So if you see in a class test we have defined main method and we have defined one double area and one string color. Now what we are trying to do is if using if condition we are trying to change the color to green, and when we try to print this one, the compiler is giving compiler exception variable color might not have been initialized. Why? Because we already initialized in this one, right? Why it is not saying it is not initialized? Because compiler doesn't know what could be the runtime values. Because so if this condition is not met, and then so what will be the variable value? So it is actually forcing us to initialize before using. So what are the different types of variables that we have in Java? We have instance level variables and static variables and local variables like method level variables, right? So this condition actually applies to only the method level variables. So in case of instance static methods, we can directly use them inside anywhere without initialize, because this will be happen while running the class. All the instance level and static variables will be initialized with the default values. So int will be default value is 0, and same thing, same in case of instance also. Whatever the type that is there, those will get initialized with the default values. But when it comes to the local variables, method level variables, we must initialize before using them. So if you see, we have not initialized anything, we just declared the color. But even if the condition is not met, what would be also? That's where the compiler is saying we should use it after initializing. So the variable color might not have been initialized. So what we have to do is, so let's say if we add else and so if we add else here, so compiler is happy, because if this is not met, at least this will be used for initialization. So in any case, the final value will be initialized before using it further. So the compiler is happy. So when we run this one, so when we run this program, we'll see the output of green, because it is actually printing it is actually satisfying the condition, because area is 5.7, 5.7 is lesser than 7, so it is printing green. And if you see the in top, like here we are getting 0 0, because we are printing both the instance variable and static variable. We have not initialized here. If you see, we have not initialized here, but still we are able to use them, because these are initialized with the default values. So as int is its default value is 0, so it is printing 0 0. And what else other scenarios that we come across for these kind of initialization problems? So let us go through that. So now the scenario 2 is like, so very plain actually. This is very plain. So we just declared and try to use. So then in this case also, a compiler doesn't allow to use the variable. So if you see the compilation, initialization variable x are not being initialized. So and another scenario is like similar kind of scenario. Like if you see here, let's say if you have some condition, like hypothetical condition, let's say 10 greater than 20. So we are given this condition, we don't know like whether it will be true or false. So compile even if this condition is not satisfied, so we don't get the variable x initialized. So the compiler is still saying that the variable x might not have been initialized. So in this case also, variable should be initialized before it is. Let's say if you want to make compiler happy, just initialize with some default values. Okay, like this. So it is just giving warning, so it will be infinite loop. So because this is unreachable, because the condition is already met, it will be unreached. So what I'm focusing here is so initialization of variables. Thank you.